What's good, folks? What's good, folks? Hopefully everything is going good with you guys, man. Everybody's safe, family safe, and you making the best out of what you can make with the things you have. But look, we're gonna talk about this mandate from Harris County in Texas. On yesterday, they made it official, quote unquote, that it's gonna be required that everyone that goes out in public wear a mask. Now, it's mixed feelings on this, and I'm just gonna give my opinion, and I'm gonna give some questions that needs to be asked for me to have some understanding on what's the purpose. Well, I know the purpose. We all understand that it's there to actually help others that may contract or you may contract it, and so forth and so on. It's to keep others safe and keep yourself safe. Okay, that's logical. But after 3 months of the pandemic, why now? Like the first month or the first 2 weeks or 3 weeks, when you realize it was a problem, why wasn't this implemented as in, okay, we all need to wear masks? Maybe it could have been less people that contracted the virus or spread the virus. You 3 months in, you've almost hit your peak, and now you want to come up with mandatory wearing of the mask. Okay. Number one, they can't legally make that. It's not a law. So you have to use your own discretion if you want to protect yourself and protect others, you wear the mask or whichever. But legally, they can't make you wear that. But what they have implemented is, oh, if you don't wear the mask, we're going to fine you $1,000. Okay, that's the part to make you actually obey. If you don't obey what we're telling you to do, then we're going to fine you $1,000. Okay, that don't make sense. How can you do something in Harris County and fine me $1,000 when your other counties are not participating in that? It's still Texas. Brazoria County is not participating. Galveston County is not participating. From what I know, Fort Bend County is not participating. It's different counties, and more than that, that's not participating. So, how are you going to fine me $1,000 for not obeying when you have other counties within your city that's not obeying? Are you going to fine the county for not doing it? You understand? See, I'm not understanding the logic behind that. Then on top of that, someone please make me understand. You are required to wear the mask, but for people that's 10 and younger, you don't have to wear one. So the virus is biased. The virus is like, because you are 6, I'm not going to enter your body. Because you are 9 years old, you can't get this virus. How selfish of you to put a mask on your face as an adult but have your kids without one? That don't make sense. That's almost like sacrificing your kids to go do whatever you want to do. That doesn't make sense. You don't have to have the mask on when you're exercising. Okay, the virus is airborne. So if I don't need the mask when I'm exercising, at that point, what's stopping me from spreading the virus? Doesn't make sense. We're going to open up the stores and we're going to open up the clubs. Now, we're going to open up the club, but yet we want you to practice social distancing in the club, meaning that You can go to the club, but you have to stay 6 to 12 feet apart, and there's no dancing in the club. Isn't that the goddamn reason to go in the club? What sense does that make? Now, we all know that the economy must come up, but you don't know how to bring it up. So what you're going to say is, it's inevitable that we're going to reopen, regardless of what you say. So the best thing we can do is make you try to protect yourself from what we're putting you out in front of. That doesn't make sense. That's like going to war unwillingly and them telling you where it's up to you to find a gun to protect yourself since you're here already. We're not going to supply that. Then the masks that they're trying to supply you with those are surgical masks. That's not the mask that's stopping viruses. That is a surgical mask. A lot of these masks that a lot of people have out here. And like I said, I'm not trying to knock nobody hustle. If that's what you want to do, make your money off the epidemic, pandemic, hey, do what you do. But from what I'm told, the virus gets on your clothing and it can live on the fabric of your clothing. Isn't that the same fabric you're making the goddamn mask out of? How many people going home and wash that mask every day? I can guarantee you it's less than 5%. So when you just been out in the elements and you go in home and you take that mask off, guess where the virus going? Think, people. But everybody want to be cute. You have to think about what you're doing. You're inviting the virus into your home. We have to think, man. That N95 mask, that's the right correct mask, but you only can use that once you use it for that day. You have to dispose of it. Because once again, those fibers that's on that mask, not the filter, the fiber of the outer part of the mask, that also is a filter that stops the virus from entering your body through your mouth or nose. It's like an extra part of protection. You must dispose of this. So how many masks you have that's going to last 30 days? That you keep changing and switching out masks every 30 days. Or every day for 30 days or however long this may take. These are a lot of things that these people are not telling you, man. Then they reopen shit and then we just run because we so bored till I'll sacrifice. I'll just go out. You know. Now, essential workers like myself and other people, hey, you have the choice to make. Either you want to go out and take the risk, or you want to stay home. And hopefully something come about to where you don't, because you can't prove that you don't have a job because you do have one. You just refuse to go to it. You're not going to get unemployed because you wasn't laid off or fired. See, right now we're in a pickle. We damn if we do and we damned if we don't. Nobody has an answer. Until you have a vaccine. Until you have tests that can test everybody. And you have the infected on this side to the left, and you have the uninfected to the right. Until you have things that can segregate the two, we just in one big melting pot. The people that had it and got cured from it, catching it again. The people that never had it is still catching it. So you still have that whole cycle going over and over and over. I can go way deeper into it, but I'm not going to do it. Y'all want the dialogue that goes deep into it? Catch me on the next one. But look at what's opening up and the areas that they're opening these things up, man. Do you think those people is going to give you $1,200, $2,000 and they're going to let you just sit on it? Money is not printed for you to sit on. Money is made to be spent. You have to cycle the money throughout the economy. So you think they would give you money and not give you a way to spend it? No. You think these people's gonna keep the economy shut down? You got Memorial Day coming up. You have 4th of July coming up. These big money holidays, man. These beaches got to open up. Hotels got to make money. Everybody has to make. It's the economy, and I totally understand that. But on the other hand, you have to understand your life and your health as well. Like the old folks say, 6 in one hand, half a dozen in the other. You're still coming up with the same 6. You can't fix it because there's so many different variations of this coronavirus. They're only telling you or us the main strand of it. The main strand of it is what we're going through with the respiratory and things like that. There are different strands of this virus. So you cannot make just one vaccine, because that one vaccine may be for that respiratory, but it might not be for, you see what I'm saying? That's what they're not telling you, because they don't want you to panic anymore. But I know. I've done the research. I've looked at the unclassified documents. This is bigger than what you think it is. And this was a biological attack on the U.S. So now how do we come out of it? Did you guys, I'm gonna give you a jewel. This been back since 1987. You don't believe me? Do your research. You know my motto. There was a canine strand of the coronavirus, and they have a vaccine for it. For animals. This vaccine is still here today. But they keep, the media gonna feed you with, 10 tigers in the zoo has the virus. Protect your animals. No one's safe. There is a vaccine for the virus that we're going through as citizens of the United States and of other parts of the country. There's a vaccine for it. But this virus has not did what it was planned to do yet. Y'all have to listen to me. This is bigger than what you think it is. But yeah, this is mandatory for Harris County. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's police officers and it's other parts of the union, like the police union. It's another thing I'm not understanding. The police union say they're kind of skeptical on participating with this because of what Harris County and the judge has also proclaiming. But then they're going to say they're going to leave their officers up to their discretion if they want to enforce this $1,000 fine. Okay, so now you're bringing in some type of bias, prejudice, or discrimination. Because what is going to determine from 5 people without a mask on who's going to determine who gets the fine? What are the guidelines to saying that at your discretion to say, okay, I feel like giving the fine? You see what I'm saying? It's not going to hold up, but still, you're leaving it up to the officer's discretion. So, officers, I ask you guys, if you ever see this live or somebody share with an officer, what are your guidelines of saying that, okay, I'm going to issue or I'm going to enforce this $1,000 fine on that particular person and not this particular person? Or will you just do it for everyone just because you can? It's just another way of probable cause for other shit. The same shit they come when they drive behind you all erratic and get on your bump and make you panic and tell you cross the line. Just to give a reason to pull you over to check for something else. It's the same shit. It's opening up the door to things that you're trying to combat and things that you're trying to suppress that we're trying to come out of. You reopening that wound. You see what I'm saying? If other counties don't have to follow it, if the police officers are saying they're not going to follow it or enforce it, what are we doing? After 3 months of the goddamn pandemic. I'm not understanding. What are we doing? Well, I'm going to let y'all think about it, man. Because I can't wrap my hand around this. It makes no sense. And I know a lot of people not going to agree with me, and that's okay. Because this is my opinion. Only required for people over 10 years of age and older. You don't need it when you're exercising. You're reopening the clubs and things, all this other shit, using a certain demographic of people as test animals, like they always been doing. And know who they're going to attack first as the guinea pigs? The black queens. The women. Because it's a great large number of women that is dependable on the government and other things. That's why they aim at the women, not just black either. But that's going into another subject. That's why you guys are always targeted. How many women right now sitting home and saying they need their hair done, need their nails done, need their feet done for no one to see you? Who gonna look at you? You can't go nowhere. But they're gonna open up the nail shops in your area. They're gonna open up the clubs in your area. They're gonna open up all the salons in your area, knowing that this situation is still here. They showing you what they think about you, that you're not important. They raised this mass hysteria about the virus and telling you to stay home and telling you to do all this. Now they want you just to forget about it. Oh, we open. Don't worry about the virus. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't talk about it. Just wash your hands and put a mask on. Think about it. Somebody have to be the guinea pig. Somebody has to do the footwork. Somebody has to be the sacrifice. You have to understand that. But I'm going to let y'all go. I want y'all to think about what I said. If you're for this mask wearing, hit a thumbs up. If you're not for the mask wearing, I want you to put the angry face up, the emoji. Give me the thumbs up if you're for the mask, and give me the angry face if you're not for the mask. I'm gone.